members in
34?
Brooklyn after following them for 2 years and building a case. They cleaned house. Now with Pop Smoke and Fabio, the Woos managed to take control of the music scene in New York. The brand was getting worldwide recognition. A lot of the A&Rs at the labels from Brooklyn had direct ties to the Woo, and it got to the point that even the biggest Choo rappers, when they were invited to radio stations, were forced to rap over Woo beats.
Brooklyn, we in Brooklyn.
Oh, stop it, bro.
Brooklyn.
Oh!
No, we run this shit though. Big GD shit, word.
But with Pop Smoke's murder, the playing field evens out. The Chos are getting more and more disrespectful as they grow in numbers. You got people.
Basically, Woo started from Crips in Brooklyn. And yeah, I know what Woos are. I know that Woos is a gang with a whole bunch of different sets in it. But I'm saying, what started the beef? I know what Woo is, and I know what Choo is. But what started the beef? That's what I'm trying to say.
People like Coach the Ghost, who's Pop Smoke's direct rival, signing to Gucci Mane immediately after Pop Smoke was killed, releasing diss tracks poking fun at his death, with Woo rappers sending shots back at him, burning Choo flags and fitteds in their music videos, basically as a declaration of war.
Bitch, I am not full. Fuck Coach, bitch, I drop Choo. Chevy bread, I'm the top, so.
All this has made for a violent year in New York, with the last couple months escalating during the pandemic. Shootings doubled and murders are up by 50%. Now, we're gonna get
50%? Man, they really get active out there in NY, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
into all this, but before we do, check out my song of the day. This is my guy Millie's.
Houdini's out, by the way. Oh shit.
Racked up in my city, I feel like a madman. So fake.
Right in the city, if you want to in New York, you got to attach yourself to one of the larger movements that's going on in the city. That's either Woo or Choo, and they do not get along. It's two umbrella groups with different sets from different gangs in them, and they've been at war for several years now. Lots of viral videos of people getting run up on, shootings in traffic, stabbings, and of course, diss tracks over drill beats. Only in New York can you have Fabio Foreign, a Crip, surrounded by Bloods, yelling GDK in a music video.
Fabio, they don't know if they started, we yoga retarded, we still in that gang shit. And you know that's one thing we don't play, cause we your GDK if you fully your brain split.
Now the Woos heavily outnumbered.
Wait, Fabio's Blood?
Fabio's a Crip, but Woo is Bloods and Crips.
In a music video.
Fabio, they don't know if they started, we yoga retarded, we still in that gang shit. And you know that's one thing we don't play, cause we your GDK if you fully your brain split.
Now the Woos heavily outnumber the Chos in Brooklyn, and it's all happening in Brooklyn. Brooklyn's a big borough, it's got a lot of different neighborhoods with different factions controlling them. For example, Canarsie, that's the Floss, that's where Pop Smoke is from. Big Crip Zone. Bed-Stuy, that's Blood territory. Flatbush, that's a whole mixture. It's got Crips, Bloods, and Gangster Disciples. And the Gangster Disciples are basically against everybody.
GDs in Brooklyn, Evansville, niggas started top ops, you feel what I'm saying? We got a lot of drama with everybody, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, it's like, people took that term and utilizing their own way, so calling themselves big ops. I never heard of this shit before, you feel me, bro?
They're small in numbers, they stick together. Essentially, they make up like 90% of the Choo movement, with a sprinkle of Crips and Bloods in there. See, gang affiliation really doesn't mean anything in New York, because the Woos are made up of Bloods and Crips, and their main beef is basically against GDs.
Fabio Foreign, Mr. Hottest ever, Big GDK, Top 9, Dodge World, shooting everything, spit.
They really hate GDs. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I want to know what caused the beef. Like, why is this so random? Cause I ain't gonna lie, if you was to ask me like back in 2017, bro, I wouldn't even know what the fuck Woo and Choo was, bro. Facts or fiction, Coke?
Shit.
Huh?
I wouldn't know.
That's what I'm saying. What the fuck caused the beef?
Now, the Ebbsfield Apartments in Brooklyn is like the stronghold for the GDs. It's been controlled and operated by them for a long time, at least since the early 90s. They are direct descendants of the Gangster Disciples out of Chicago. Their leader was taken down in 2012 and sentenced.
Luke Sway, appreciate the sub. Appreciate the resub. Hold on. He's explaining again. Let me rewind it.
Brooklyn is like the stronghold for the GDs. It's been controlled and operated by them for a long time, at least since the early 90s. They are.
Appreciate that sub, my guy.
Love you, bro.
Direct descendants of the Gangster Disciples out of Chicago. Their leader was taken down in 2012 and sentenced to 20 years for racketeering.
Darren Ronnie is a legendary leader of the folk nation. 6 straight outlaw gangs in the cypher.
I fuck you right before I
So their leader got arrested in 2012.
Real talk though, hip hop is disgustingly toxic. We the only ones that kill ourselves at this rate and brag about it.
That's a fact.
No accountability. Oh, shut up though.
And I ain't gonna lie to you. Personally, I don't think it's gonna get better because like the way
The
hip
dishes
hop.
are only getting stronger.
But I ain't gonna lie to you. Let me tell you something, and this is something that I actually don't want to talk about on stream, and I'm gonna talk about it. I feel like there's gonna be a time in hip hop. I don't even like to use that word because I might. All right, let me say it. I feel like there's gonna be a time in hip hop where they're gonna blank wash our community. You know what I'm saying? And I think that it's already happening. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I think that like more artists like Kid Leroy is finna take over. I feel like more artists like 24K Golden is gonna take over. I feel like more artists like Ian Dior is gonna take over. I feel like
Lil Peep.
because you wanna know what it is? When it comes to those artists, people don't care about gang culture. They're just freely invited into the hip hop world, and to be honest with you, the labels are pushing the shit out of them. Yo, why do you think
they're more marketable?
I don't think that's what it is.
They can make more money off of them.
I don't think that's what it is either. I think they're trying to get rid of the culture. That's why people call them industry plants. Because some of these artists, when they come out, it's like, where the fuck did they come from?
Facts.
Like, think about it.
I never heard of Ian Dior a day in my fucking life.
Like, think about it with the Kid Leroy. Where the fuck Leroy come from? Not to discredit like he's a bad artist. He's a very good artist. But where the fuck they come from? Bro, most of these artists, when you look at somebody like G Herbo, Lil Durk, or Young Boy, you can see the progression. You can see their come up. Bro, most of these shits is just random as fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying?
They come out of nowhere with deals.
Exactly. That's the point. Jack Harlow. Where the fuck he come from? Where the fuck Jack Harlow come from?
We know Bibby signed him, but that's still an industry plan. Bibby's in the industry now.
Yeah, but like
Bibby is in the industry.
Like, yeah, like for
Just
real.
because Lil Bibby found him, that don't make him not an industry plan.
But here's the thing, though, is that to go back to the guy that
Someone
donated.
said Young Boy made Kid Leroy. Oh my.
So wow. So to go back to somebody who donated, right? I think that we're too deep in our culture that we're not ever gonna allow it, because everybody knows that. What's the word for it? Is it genocide? Is that how you say it?
Nah.
Well, bruh, listen. Everybody knows we're killing our own kind. It's a fact. But entire gentrify. Thank you. The gentrification. Thank you. At the exact same time, there's a lot of hurt and pain behind it that it gets so deep that not everybody's gonna forgive each other. You know what I'm saying? And gang culture has gotten so popular that everybody wants to be a part of it. Sad truth. And also, it's gotten so popular to the point where, like it's everyone for themselves now. It don't really matter if you're Crip, GD, Blood, whatever you are. It really just matters where you from. You know what I'm saying? And again, a lot of these people were born into it. I don't blame them at all. A lot of people were born into gang culture and gang life. Like, it's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's every EBK is everybody for themselves now. Why is killing each other our culture?
It's not.
It's
I mean,
it's not our
you can
culture.
go a lot deeper into it.
Yeah,
I don't want to start that.
It gets a lot deeper into it, but what I'm trying to say is that everybody who's a part of the gang, you know what, let me not say that. But
bruh, you can't get that deep into it on stream.
Yeah, I can't get that deep into it. But let me put it this way, right? gangs are majority based off low income
neighborhoods.
If you look at America, you can see clear as day who's in the lowest incomes of the neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying?
And where people were placed. After,
exactly, and where people were placed.
End.
Exactly, but you know what I'm saying?
You just can't talk about it on stream, literally.
You said what?
You just can't talk about it on stream because
exactly.
it's just gonna get deep.
It gets way too deep.
Way too deep.
At the exact same time, like I said, when it comes to music, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like they're trying to take our culture away from us, and our culture was basically based off pain. That's what I mean when I say that.
Say black
when
lives matter, but they don't say it
donation.
when we kill each other. Wonder why they don't put that when a brother kill another brother. Rilo.
Facts, but I ain't gonna lie. It's the same. It's the same thing. What I was It's the same thing. What I was saying before is that like I feel like that our culture and hip hop community is based off pain. Majority of these artists who came out from hip hop have a story behind them. Nowadays, when I hear artists come out the cut, I don't hear no story. And that, like I said, that's why I said no offense to Killer Roy, but the only story I know is that Juice WRLD found him in Australia and he just became a mainstream pop artist. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Compared to somebody like G Herbo or Polo G who was rapping in the streets and the streets knew of him, then it got mainstream, yada yada yada. There's no other story to that. You know what I'm saying? With other artists.
Organic growth.
There's no organic growth compared to somebody like Jack Harlow who comes out the cut with what's popping. What the hell came before that? We don't know. You know what I'm saying? At least with Polo G, we knew there was Finer Things, Hollywood, other shit before Pop Out. What